Hey guys, we are live. Hey lovelies, it is Rachel here, and if you've never watched any of my videos or been part of one of my lives before, I'm really passionate about helping people discover the truth of who they are. So, how is this new year going for you? In our little corner of the world, it has been amazing breakthrough after amazing breakthrough after amazing breakthrough. And thankfully, we get to celebrate all kinds of amazingness that's pouring into our lives regularly. Because last year we made some really big changes to align with our truth. And that alignment is bringing us what we are intentionally sending out. And we're feeling so supported in our new ventures. So today, I feel really called to talk about the importance of calling back our hidden and suppressed and rejected, abandoned pieces of us. And when I asked what I should speak about, the clarity that I received was that there's somebody out there who is struggling with sharing their voice, who's struggling with coming out of their cave, and who has been on the receiving end of persecution before when they've attempted to express their truth. So to that person, I have a message for you. Hi, everybody who is here. You are being called to share your voice through speaking up, whether it's through a relationship or writing, some form of speaking, singing, or some form of self-expression. Whoever you are, you hold a really deep truth within you that longs to be expressed. This truth has been in the works and has been sculpted not only in this lifetime, but also in past lifetimes. And the voice of your soul is like no other. It is unique, it's valuable, and it's so needed at this time. It carries eternal wisdom within its vibrations. And when you allow yourself to tap into your unique tone and frequency, you will not only crave a wave of healing in yourself and your family, but get this, also, it brings healing and elevation to the planet, which is needed now more today than ever. As we look around and we can see things are falling apart, which is on purpose. But when you share your voice in this way, you unlock something in the universe as you call a missing piece of you home. So the way that I see it is I see people like a puzzle, and all parts of you have validity, whether it's your past or your shadows or your desires or other parts of you that you may not feel that you want to show to the world. All of it is part of you. And we have to incorporate all of these parts of us before we're able to move forward and share who we are. Because these things that light you up, the things that you want to protect from others seeing, all of this, it's like a rainbow with all 7 colors. But the thing is that we only want to show one color. We are 2 colors. We only want to show the world part of us. But this message is asking you to show the world all 7 colors. And then if you look at a rainbow, there's also this mixed and blended colors in between the 7 colors, right? There's so many facets to you. So you are being asked to use your voice to express all the facets of you and to stop hiding parts of it. You need all the pieces to be whole. We have to accept and appreciate every aspect of us. Otherwise, we're like a bully to ourselves, saying that a piece of you isn't good enough to be seen, or a piece of you isn't valuable enough, or that it's not sexy enough, or pretty enough, or smart enough, or fast enough, or whatever it is. And we hide away all these secret parts of us, leaving the puzzle unfinished. So this has become really, really prevalent, especially in what I've been working on creating for you guys, which is a 21-day radical self-love challenge, which is reconnecting the missing pieces. And through this, we activate our 5 self-love superpowers. So stay tuned because you'll be able to see upcoming announcements when the registration opens in a couple weeks. So as I've been putting these pieces together, I've become increasingly aware that this is where our resistance comes from. When we want to move forward and do great things in our lives that we're meant to do, that sometimes some people will see you as selfish or too motivated or too driven or whatever it is. And that's because it activates something in them they weren't expecting to feel. But what's the most important is to start noticing how your missing pieces are actually the very thing that's holding you back. Because when our missing pieces, that's what is happening is that we try to fill these missing pieces with people or things or experiences that are not us. And our energy becomes really scattered as we're constantly chasing the next shiny object. Whether that's for you the next guru or the next course, the next certification, the next job, the next relationship, losing the next 10 pounds, whatever it is. Instead of chasing that next shiny object, you need to know that you are the shiny object that you've been searching for. And when you put all of your pieces together and you've perfectly aligned clarity, no longer do you need to run around trying to fix yourself or find addictions or people or whatever it is to fill the gaps, because there's no gaps left to fill. And when you look around and you realize that you're whole and complete, and as you shed the mask that you thought were what others wanted you to wear and you start speaking your unique voice, you will discover that you have a very clear message that longs to be shared, and that the more you speak it, the clearer it gets. So I've watched my fiance radically change the trajectory of his life in 1 year by finally allowing himself to believe that he is worth all the things that he desires, by finally accepting and calling in all the parts of him to be visible, those parts of the past that had been shunned or criticized by others. And as he shows up for himself, others are also honoring his vulnerability to become visible and engaging with him. It's been really amazing to watch, because he was the epitome of the proverbial nice guy. He was so self-sacrificing, and he would give of himself relentlessly because that's what he thought was the right thing to do. So he became so depleted that he almost had nothing left to give. He worked at a job for 13 years. It didn't light him up or excite him in any way, and he was constantly trying to live by someone else's map of what the right thing to do is, and it was not working. He was super depressed, super deflated, exhausted, and I know that some of you out there know exactly what that feels like. That is on purpose. When you are not supposed to feel good when you're trying to squeeze yourself into somebody else's box. It's going to be uncomfortable because you don't belong there. You don't fit. So when he decided last year to make some changes, to quit the job that he really didn't like, where he wasn't being respected or treated fairly, but hey, who can be treated fairly when you're not being fair to yourself? Remember, the world always mirrors back to us, reflects back to us what we're sending out. So when he decided to take this leap and start filling his time with the things that he loves and that he wanted to do, he kind of had to free fall for a bit, like we all do, but he was caught by the most amazing net. So for an example, yesterday he left home early, got home late, and the whole time he was busy doing things that he loves with people who he loves. His mood, his energy have totally changed because the things that he dreamt about doing for decades are finally coming to life as he has chosen to take those steps and to let go of what doesn't serve him, like the job, some people, and courageously move towards what does. And the people who have come out of the woodwork to support him have been phenomenal. No one will or can ever do this for you. And the degree that we're willing to show up for ourselves is the degree the universe can do the same for us. The opportunity has not passed you by. It is not, no matter what your age or your circumstances look like, they do not dictate who you are or what opportunities are still available for you. It's kind of like when you take a first step, it's like putting your car into drive and the engine's now engaged. And the next steps that you take are like giving it a little gas. And soon the momentum increases and you're looking around and you're realizing that you're cruising down the road and the top's off and the sun's on your face and the wind's in your hair and you're feeling the sense of freedom a year ago you didn't believe was possible, and you're wondering, why the heck did I not leap sooner? So listen, whoever you are, there has never ever been a better time in history than right now for you to rise up and share your voice. If you feel fear when you think of this, remember that the world needs your exact tone so it can harmonize with it. And as you rise up and share your song, you free others to allow themselves to do the same. So express yourself and share your voice and speak to those who can hear you. And then tag me or send me a message and tell me how you courageously decided to put your car into gear and take the first step today. So does anybody have any questions about this before I wrap this video up? I see so many of you guys. I love having all you here. No questions? Well, if you do have questions, feel free to private message me. Reach out, guys. I am here to help you. Honestly, my biggest mission is to help people realize the truth of who they are. So if I can help you, that's me fulfilling my purpose. So let me know how I can be of service to you, and watch for that registration so that you can get into the free calls. The calls are going to be free, and I'll be going through how we can align with who our true self is. I'm calling it radical self-love, and recalling the missing pieces so that they're not holding you back anymore. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Much love. And remember, you are the magnificent creator of your own life. Mwah.